Thank you, and thank you to all of you who are joining me today. My hope for you is that after this presentation, you will understand what services we have available to help you with your project and what how these services may fit into your budget. My name is Kim Deal, and I work for Precisely. For this presentation, I plan to take a moment to introduce Precisely, since our company name may not sound very familiar to you. But actually, Precisely is a new company name based on companies I'm sure you're familiar with. Next, I will dive into types of services we have today, then talk through a few customer examples, and finally share with you how you can learn more and try some of these services yourself. As I mentioned, it's pretty common for folks to ask me, who is Precisely? In reality, I would bet that most people watching this webinar today have used our technology as it is embedded in many very well-known everyday applications. For example, have you gone into a social media app and checked in? Have you used a real estate app to learn how to learn more about a neighborhood or a home? Logged into your mobile provider's site to check cell coverage? In the US, has your car dealer looked up your address to identify the proper sales tax? How about, have you completed a form online for employment, e-commerce, or a credit card? Each of these services, and in each of these instances, the application is calling on Precisely's embedded services to provide the information that's needed. Let me take just a minute to share a little bit about who we are. Precisely is a new name for a number of mature businesses operating in what we call the data integrity space. Data integrity is the bringing together of the disciplines of data integration, data governance, data quality, data enrichment, and within all of that our location data business. So we deliver solutions to our customers and partners with software, data, and strategic services to deliver data that is accurate, consistent, and has business context. We aren't a small company, as we've been around for longer than you may realize. Today we have over 12,000 employees, 99 of the Fortune 100 companies, and we exist with customers in over 100 countries around the world. You may know us better by some of our product brands. In the geospatial world, you may know us as MapInfo, or Transerve, Pitney Bowes Software, Trillium, and so on. You can see some of our customers today on the right side of this slide, and we are intentional about the partners we work with today, ensuring that we provide our solutions in environments where our customers are using their data today. I said everyone here has accessed our software. That's because we sit behind some of the largest organizations in the world delivering services to all of you. Think about the multinational parcel carriers, the two largest credit card companies that run every single transaction on their networks through our software. We are in 47 of the largest 50 property and casualty insurance companies around the world, and 5 out of the 6 largest reinsurance brokers in the world, the largest telecommunications business in the world, and of course, we are behind many of the e-commerce websites that you might use. We have over 30 years of experience in data validation, geocoding, and enrichment, and I know that we can help you access the capabilities you need, allowing you to focus on your business, and all at a price that fits your budget. Let's move on to some of the business challenges we're seeing today. In order to better understand the state of the business today, Precisely has partnered with Drexel University's LeBeau College of Business. Throughout February and March, we surveyed over 450 professionals representing companies of all sizes and industries and countries. We asked about their data strategies, challenges, and directions. The Drexel survey first asked what organizations' data program goals are, what their data program goals are in 2023. And almost 70% of respondents reported that data-driven decision-making is the most important goal for their organization data programs. However, We noticed a pervasive theme across the survey that impacts success in all areas. Trust in data is low, and that lack of trust results primarily from low data quality. Other insights included only 45% reported that they trusted their data for decision making. Let me reframe that. That means 55% of their respondents did not trust their data. 50% of respondents cited data quality as their #1 challenge in data integrity. And specifically, 41% reported that poor data quality was preventing them from effectively using location in their analysis. This is due usually to poor address data quality. Did you know that 20% of all online shoppers have abandoned shopping carts just because it was too hard to fill out the forms? I know I've been interrupted before finishing an order. And those that do finish an order, 1 in 5 deliveries are canceled or late due to the driver having poor address location information. And why is this all happening? Well, budgets are always resource constrained, and a lack of resources was the #1 challenge in building a reliable data strategy. Well, we believe that to trust your data, you need data integrity, and we define that as data with maximum accuracy, consistency, and context for confident decision making. And we know that most organizations follow a typical path when they're working to build their trusted data. They've created a lot of data, but it's hard to get at, so they bring it together. But it's not accurate, so they fix it. But the data still doesn't have all the right attributes, so you bring in external sources and spatial insights, and this circle and the cycle goes around and around and around. But Precisely brings together all the capabilities you need across the entire data integrity journey, from working with you to develop your data strategy to providing the solutions you need where and when you need them. We're here to help. Let me dig into that just a little bit deeper. You are aware of a lot of the data troubles that we're seeing today. Achieving enterprise goals requires time and investment. Without trusted validation and enrichment, data quality suffers, leading to missing or incorrect data that can negatively impact analysis and decision making. A lot of these troubles we have addressed in a simplified process. You want to validate and enrich your data to get to business insights. Sounds easy, right? If you apply data validation and enrich that with trustworthy data, you should have trustworthy insights. But a lot of the issues can be attributed to high-level complexity that exists in all of those data sets that are involved. You know, when we look at data validation, that includes everything from basic format conformance to consistency across data, but it also includes things like standardizing the data, deduplicating, doing entity resolution, being able to observe changes of data, and ensuring that data is within reasonable limits. When we look at just reconciling matching data across multiple sources, that can get very complex, and there is a lot of logic that goes into that. We all understand that high quality data is critical for decision making, and we've all been invested in solving these business challenges. Due to our experiences and the lessons that we've learned things that are really, we've learned where things have worked and where they haven't. When we look at business analytics and insights, validation and contact data in particular, such as names, addresses, phone numbers, and emails, alongside with other critical data, data validation can be quite challenging. We also hear from our customers that data enrichment, particularly with third-party data, is a top priority. And there's 2 key things that an organization would be looking to do there, either to be able to complete their internal data sets, for example, adding and filling in data sets, or bringing in additional information, usually market or contextual information that can be used as benchmarks. So for example, you may want to know how many people live in an area, how many businesses are available, is a property exposed to risk like wildfire or flooding? And what enrichment allows you to do is then to discover those critical relationships, building out patterns and other contextual data, driving data-driven decision making. And with that enrichment process, folks are also looking at being able to do that reliably and consistently. And doing this at scale is really, really difficult. You need to have good validated data, but you also need to be able to perform enrichment in an efficient manner, especially when it comes to integrating, especially in a way that you can integrate and maintain that process in a low cost, less time consuming manner. Because ultimately, what your business wants to do is spend more time looking at your insights. You know, the standard statistic everybody says, I spend 50 to 80% of my time processing, validating, enriching data, and I only get about 20% on the insights, which is honestly, that's what everyone's trying to do. So as we look at those insights, it's around being able to deliver information that allows an organization to be able to make decisions by having validated data and combine it with good third-party enrichment data. And whether your process needs all of these capabilities or just a few, we can help you access the services that you need for your business process, saving you time and resources by having that effective process, that efficient process to deliver those insights based on good quality internal data and good quality appended and enrichment data as well. Let me talk a little bit more about how we do that. So you start with your data where it's located or perhaps where it's being captured online, and you validate that information. And through geocoding, maybe you want to pinpoint a physical location. You may want to attach a latitude, longitude, and that allows you to provide analytics around that data. But to get to the insights, you often need to add to your business data. We make data enrichment fast and easy with a unique identifier, the Precisely ID, which is appended to a postal address and makes linking your data with additional data sets fast and easy. The Precisely ID allows our customers to access what could be seen traditionally as quite difficult data to deal with in a very fast and straightforward process. What are some examples? You can append the property attributes, understand the building footprint and the characteristics of that building or the legal land parcel, see what businesses are nearby, understand the demographics of people that live in that location. Is this an area that's at risk for flood? Is it on a one-way street? All of this information can be gathered directly through the Precisely ID, using the characteristics of that location, the address, the demographics, etc., to be able to promote products and services that are relevant. Be able to deliver items that were purchased reliably. Or if you're an insurance or financial company, understand the risks that are at a property and in the surrounding areas. Any way you can cut down on the time spent on gathering this information, you know that 80% of your time wrangling your data, the more time you have to focus on the right things. You don't have to be a data processing specialist. You can be a specialist in the business that you run. We offer our capabilities through both software and data, integrating our APIs and SDKs in your environment natively. We can even manage these services for you. Our customers today are using our services in both batch, where they validate and enrich their data in one job, and transactional interactions, when they hit our service at the time of each specific transaction. We have many options to solve these very complicated problems. What are the general areas of capabilities we have and have available today through APIs and SDKs? Today, we make it easy to use data from any data source online data source or your online data capture and enrich it for use within your business process, workflow, or enterprise business system. You can use any or all of the capabilities listed, but let me take just a moment to share our most commonly used services. First, we have geo-addressing capabilities, which are address capture, validation, and geocoding services are available here. In this area, we clean, standardize, verify, and verify the postal address. Then we can assign a lat long or a geocode and to each address and assign a precisely ID. Using that precisely ID, we're able to add new data sets very quickly. We have over 9,000 attributes across 400 data sets. We have standard data such as boundaries, points of interest, property attributes, dynamic data such as demographic content that's showing movement over time. When we have these services, we then have these services that can then create and expose new attributes based on an address. You can query and create new attributes based on travel distance, travel time, density, and so much more. And finally, we can share those insights through dashboards and map-based visualizations. All of this information can be shared through APIs to enterprise applications, BI dashboards, data pipelines, and basically add rich business context to all of your data. Let me share with you a few specific examples where our customers are using our API capabilities and services today. Firstly, we have well over 100 APIs available, and more are becoming available all the time. Couple that with the ability to create your own custom API from the Data Integrity Suite, and you can see that there are many options available for your applications. I'm going to start with some of our most commonly used API services today. A postal address can form that foundation for locating and enriching business information for data pipelines and downstream analytics. Starting at the beginning, simply capturing an address is actually not just a simple task, especially when you have a business that spans multiple countries or the user expects an address suggestion, especially taking into account where that device location is so that you're not giving an address suggestion for someplace that's halfway around the world, but something closer or nearby where you expect. And then, of course, you have many different addressing formats around the world. All of these factors make providing a good user experience a challenge, and that's not even taking into consideration ensuring that that address is correct. As you expect, we work with many organizations doing commerce online, or really any organization looking to capture valid address information. Whether you're looking to provide an online portal for your insurance quotes, credit card applications, or even job applications, capturing this information in an easy-to-use way that provides accurate information takes time. Our customers rely on us to keep the underlying information current so they can simply incorporate that capability into their process and focus on how to use that information in their business. Beyond capturing addresses, you might want to review and validate addresses that are already in your business. Businesses where their core mission is to deliver goods and services to an address, especially to specific businesses or a specific business suite or an apartment in a larger complex, relying on verifying those addresses as deliverable is critical to their business. And in the age of smartphones, we take for granted the ability to locate an address accurately. Being off by just a little bit can impact that risk associated with an insurance quote. But even in a general sense, understanding where that property is located can help buyers zero in on a home search, better target addresses for marketing campaigns, or even help optimize a supply chain. And once you're confident in your address data, it can be used to connect or enrich with additional information and attributes. Providing this sits at the heart of what we do in our most advanced services. Wherever we process an address, whether it be to geocode, verify, or autocomplete an address, we provide a simple, unique identifier the Precisely ID again, that can be used to substitute for that address. And then we index our data products with that Precisely ID, so we can do a simple lookup against the ID rather than something that is complex and expensive in compute time. And while we can add that Precisely ID to your business data or any third-party data, we also have a broad global data portfolio already fit for purpose to join and connect with your business data for additional context. Data that we have available today fit in these general categories: address and property data, boundaries like neighborhoods or postal areas or cities, demographics, or even segmented geodemographics like lifestyles, points of interest, which includes business information, streets, and risk data. We have been in the data business for over 30 years and can make our global data available through our cloud services. I've talked generally about how customers are using these services today, but let me share a couple of specific customer examples. Let me walk you through the challenge for this healthcare platform provider. They help their customers by managing their provider network and billing. Their data was incomplete, contained duplicate records, and in many instances, the data was inaccurate. This caused many problems, including a lack of confidence in the models they were using for network optimization and poor customer satisfaction due to billing issues, and inaccurate location coordinates, meaning latitude and longitude coordinates, created problems when recommending nearby services on the web. Our geo-addressing services and batch process were used, and they used those to ensure that their data was standardized and accurate. They also added a better quality long location information to their provider and services net locations. This helped them address many of their billing issues, and have more confidence in the network optimization models. But then also on the web, they used our travel time and travel distance services for each interaction to suggest appropriate providers and services. In fact, we recently received this feedback from the customer that illustrates our ability to make this process better. They shared, "This was the easiest new deployment we have ever done. I slept better after the test knowing that we had a solution we could trust." Another one of our insurance customers let us know that using Precisely geo-addressing coupled with data quality components that linked seamlessly to their existing technology resulted in a simplified analyst workflow. This increased their processing speeds and reduced their geocoding time from 8 hours to 1 hour. Let me say that again. Using our services that they were able to embed into their existing technology, they were able to reduce their geocoding time from 8 hours to 1 hour. Pretty powerful. In this example, we work with a business who wants to understand as much as they can about a property. They wanted to streamline the process to identify what properties they should be investing in so they can provide a lease-to-own program while limiting risks or missing out on a good investment opportunity. This customer estimated that for every opportunity they missed, they lost about $16,000 per year, a number that quickly grows quite large when you have multiple missed opportunities. They are using our geo-addressing APIs to standardize, geocode, and add new data sets to enrich their business data with property information. Their enriched data is then used in multiple functional areas, including their data science teams, website teams, submissions, and acquisition teams. Currently, their businesses are much more efficient and they're more confident in the investment opportunities that they're identifying. They also are enjoying an unexpected benefit where their visitors to their websites have received a more improved user experience when searching for available listings. So when they came to us originally, they were really concerned about the data that they had internally, and they wanted to be able to work on that data to improve it for their models. But then when they saw what we had, they turned that around and used that on their website and have enjoyed a nice benefit there as well. So they're using multiple services, some in a batch setting where they're batch processing that, and their data science and acquisition teams are doing that analysis. And then they're also using our APIs in a transactional setting when visitors enter a form and receive information back. And positively, one of the data scientists commented, "This solution was straightforward to incorporate into our internal systems and has saved us a ton of time." So in each case, our customers have benefited from leveraging our expertise and Precisely's investments in these capabilities. They don't want to develop, manage, or maintain these services. In each case, Precisely services were easy to incorporate into their systems. We're able to improve data quality, add location, and add third-party data to build trusted data for confident decision making. And all of that was at a price point that fit their budget. Just to reiterate, we offer these capabilities through software and data where you're able to integrate our APIs and SDKs into your environment natively, or we can manage these services for you. We have many options available to solve these very complex problems. But hey, don't take my word for it. Try them out for yourself. Feel free to take a screenshot or use this QR code to go directly to the page listed. In the pricing section of this developer portal, you can sign up for a free 30-day trial and give it a go yourself. And I thought I'd take a second just to show you where that is. So here is our developer page. And as you can see here, we have a number of APIs here that you can play around with. You can take a demo of it. You can try it out. And you can also go into the pricing section, and this is where you would be doing your free trial. Or you can check out the Precisely data experience and get your hands on some of our data sets. So same sort of thing. You can come over to our website here. You have information about the Precisely experience and how that works, and then you can go online and give it a go. We have many, not all of our data sets, but we have many of the data sets available in here, and you can play around with the data sets and get a sense of what those data sets look like and if they'll work for you. Of course, we have lots of people who can stand by and answer any kind of questions for you. So after all of this, this is what I hope that you'll take away. Number one, operationally efficient processes for international companies are often challenging to achieve. Precisely's technology ensures accuracy and consistency, and we can provide you access to those capabilities through both software and data in a way that suits your needs. Number two, why do customers continue to look for our solutions? It's because our expertise comes from years of working closely with our premier clients to deliver the experience they require. We offer support whether you're completely independent or if you need in-depth strategic support. And then number three, ultimately, we work to help you be successful. We have a broad portfolio of software, data, and strategic services to help you deliver success at a price point that fits your budget. So please reach out to us if you'd like to learn more. And with that, I think I will reach out to the team here and see if we've had any questions come in.